I hope you watch this video with the intent of just getting information about this Jack Wolfskin tent in a really nasty thunderstorm, and not to put yourself in a situation where you're camping in storms like these. Storms like these should be avoided if at all possible, but if you're not able to avoid situations as this storm is going to throw at us, this is a good test, a good video for you to watch. A tent persevering these nasty storms. Hey, welcome to Live from Colonel Lee. Recently I did test a Jack Wolfskin Yellowstone 2 vent tent. This is a 4-season tent, and I tested it in a really nasty storm. It was not a real good situation to put myself into, but this is just what I find myself doing. I've been doing this for a long time. Since I was a kid, I tried to build shelters out in the back of my property and ride out storms and things. So just take it as a good learning tool and really good information on this Jack Wolfskin tent. So this storm you're about to see this tent in was really nasty. It wasn't a huge storm in depth wise, but it really came with a vengeance, and it was basically a squall line, and it just hit with, I mean, just incredible force. So the storm, we had up to 90-mile-an-hour winds. You're going to see this tent getting rocked. I mean, really rocked by these straight line winds. And at some point in the video, you're going to see where a funnel cloud had formed directly over us, and ended up forming a tornado just a few miles away from here. So that tornado formed over us. You're going to see this tent just kind of swirl. You're going to hear me comment about the cold air, and all of a sudden warm and cold air, and the sound overhead, just the sound of the storm just really get weird sounding. Yeah, kick back, get you some popcorn, and remember, don't ever try this. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're camping and stuff like this. It's just, I'm here at the house. I can run in for shelter. I've dealt with this kind of weather all my life here, growing up in Texas, West Texas. So tornadoes, I've seen a few of them. I've been in a few of them, and I've never been in them camping. This is probably the closest I've ever got. We are in one of my favorite brands of tents, the Jack Wolfskin. This is the Yellowstone 2 vent tent. Let's take a look around here inside. So we're waiting on a storm. Right now it's 80 degrees, but it's supposed to get down in the 40s like after the storm hits. So high winds, maybe some hail, lightning, thunder for sure. And then they said we have a possibility of tornado, so we shall see. So this tent is really cool, all season, 4-season tent. This wall here, it's all mesh. This zips up all the way to the very top here, along with this other side. And the door behind me, mesh panel that zips up as well. You can really block out all the air if you want to. So here, let's demonstrate real quick. So it just goes into this pocket. So there's the solid mesh panel there, and here is the end. So it's the same thing. And you can zip this up little as you want, more. You can go all the way to the very top here. See how all that closes up? And then the other side is open. Ooh, that wind is picking up. So it really does keep the air out. But being 80 degrees, we're gonna open it up. Oh man, a lot of airflow now. Makes it very bearable. And also we have roof vents on both sides here. These roof vents, if you want those to close and no air or moisture to come in, it's not gonna come in. First of all, when you have it in open mode, you can see that flap right there. That is a splashback flap. You're getting air, but if you get sideways rain, it's not gonna come through the vent because of that flap. Those roof vents are very nice to help get ventilation when you want it and keep it out when you don't want it. This is a very good tent to ride out a storm in. It's a good tent for warm weather. It's a very good tent for cold weather. So I just have a moving blanket in here for the floor. Now underneath I do not have anything, no barrier between the tent and the ground. The tent material is very waterproof. The rainfly is very waterproof. So these sides, they do tie out to increase airflow. You can stake those down to the ground where the air does not flow through. So it's like that on both sides. The vestibule is a very generous size vestibule. So this vestibule will close. Let's close this real quick. So this vestibule, you can, like you just saw, I had it open right to here. You can undo the stake outside and then you can tie it back to here. You can undo that stake, tie it back to here. So you can really open that up if you want to. And if you look up to the top here, the vestibule comes out way out over the tent. So here's the tent body. And here's the vestibule continuing out. It goes out quite a ways, almost 2 feet away from the top of the tent. So what that does is when you get in, as it's storming, your tent is not going to get wet from the elements. It's all protected from this overhang. And that is all allowed by DAC aluminum pole that goes in a pole sleeve on the outside top of this rainfly. Well, it's moving in. Winds are starting to pick up. See all that dark stuff coming. They say up to 80-mile-an-hour winds at some points. It's rushing in right now. Ooh, it was about 80 degrees. Now all of a sudden it is chilly. That cold air just hit. The wind is picking up. We've had reports of 80-mile-an-hour winds. So some hail, and some places have had tornado warnings. Woo, that wind got cold. I think I'm gonna button this thing up for to keep the air out. Ooh, that wind is picking up. I've got the vestibule door open right now. All right, let me get things situated. We're fixing to get hit with some rough stuff here. We got tornado sirens going off. I don't know if you can hear that. The storm is rushing in big time. Wind's picking up. Sirens are going off. It's coming in back from behind me. Wind is pretty cold. Sirens are still going off. We're going to get in the tent here for a minute. Woo. We are getting rocked here by some strong winds. I'm gonna try to look out the window, see if we see any tornadic stuff. We did have tornado alarms going off. This wind is getting pretty bad. It could be up to 80-mile-an-hour winds. It's a pretty strong tent, but it's not gonna hold up to tornadoes. I'm not sure how to do against 80-mile-an-hour winds either. I'm getting the Velcro straps storm mode on the tent here. Whew. Oh man, it is getting pretty rough. It's kind of nice having that little window there on the tent. So we got this tent completely guyed out, and hopefully that is going to hold us up really good. I am closing these ventilation solid panels here. It got real chilly all of a sudden. So I do have the vestibule door open. Whew. We are getting rocked. Heavy winds right now. I gotta make sure it's not a tornado. Let's open the door here, see what's going on. Whew. Just want to make sure I don't have a tornado bearing down on me. Oh. I think so far it's just a straight line of winds. And it's getting pretty crazy. Ooh, these winds are crazy. Oh. I'm gonna look out the back window, make sure my, oh, that flap on the chicken coop is really flapping. Whew, it's getting rough. Getting pretty rough here. Rain's starting. I'm gonna get out and take a look. It is really rocking. So the rain hit now. Oh, we had some strong straight line winds. Oh man. Whew. That was rough, man. We had that strong winds. You saw the peacock trying to jump into the tree. He actually got into the tree, but then I didn't see him. Like a couple minutes later, I don't know where he went. He must have tried to find a better place to hide. Whew, that, I was sitting here in the tent and that tent hit me in the face. It really pulled this tent all the way down. Whew. I'm soaking wet because I went into the house to let my wife know the tornado siren alarms were going off. I don't know why. I don't know if there's a tornado in the area or maybe it's just high winds that set it off. I'm not sure. That was some strong winds. We're getting a lot of rain now. Whew, it got cold quick. That atmosphere was very unstable. Whew. So I did close my roof vents earlier before the storm hit. Zipped it closed and Velcroed it closed. The tent is in storm mode. I Velcroed the tabs from the tent body to the pole structure. Jack Wolfskin does use really good poles. It's DAC aluminum feather-like poles. Not sure if that's thunder or air I'm hearing. Take a look out here again. Well, it was really dark a while ago. Now it's pretty light back behind there. Oh, there's the peacock over there by the trailer. He's still trying to find a place. This wind is still pretty dang strong. Man, it sounds really bad out there, the air sounds. I'm hoping this is just wind and not a funnel cloud or a tornado. Ooh, it's really rough out there right now. It blew my rocking chairs on the front porch, just broke them right when I was walking into the house or running into the house. This must just be straight line winds. It's light enough we should be able to see a tornado. I don't see one. Whew. This where the storm is coming from. There's a little bit of water coming in through the zipper. That wind is really forcing it through there. Normally water wouldn't come through there. It has the storm flap over the zipper. But that wind is just coming strong. I mean, they said we had up to 80-mile-an-hour winds. They've had some hail, but I haven't seen any hail or heard any hail here yet. It is rocking and rolling. Man, it's really coming down. I think we're getting hailed on right now. Whew, I can feel it on my fingers. It's hail. We're getting blasted by hail right now. Whew. I don't know if you can hear that hail on top of the rain. And that wind is just really driving it in. Whew. Man, it's hailing. It's not real large hail, about pea size. And man, with that 40 to 60-mile-an-hour wind, it's really dry. It's really a force on this tent. Whew, the winds are still strong, man. So Jack Wolfskin tents, they aren't the lightest tents, but they're robust. That rainfly is pretty thick. It's very well coated for waterproofness. My light is just dangling around because of the wind. It's pretty high winds right now. Woo! That side of the tent just came down again. Man, it is really coming down. That wind is pretty rough. Turn my light off there, see if we can see anything. Woo! I think if we'd have had a tornado or a funnel cloud, we'd have had it already at the front of the storm. Sometimes you can have them at the back of the storm, but I think we're right in the middle. The winds are really sustaining pretty strong. This whole side of the tent that is facing the storm came all the way down to the floor. That's how far it flexed. Besides a canvas tent, I can't think of any other tent I'd rather ride out a storm in a Jack Wolfskin. These tents are just amazing tents. They're German-made tents. They really use some good material, high-grade material. Very waterproof. The only water I saw come in was at the zipper line, and there's even Velcro tabs and a storm flap. That shows you how strong that wind was. But since the vestibule overhangs out quite a ways from the tent, the water coming through the zipper did not get onto the inner tent. So that is good. This tent is really flexing around. Oh, we got some warm air. We got some warm air with the cold air. That's not good. The air is circulating. It's swirling right now. I might have to get out of this thing. Holy cow, that was wicked. It knocked my camera over here. Woo. I hope we don't have a tornado right now, because we had an influx of warm air in amongst this cold air, and the tent started swirling. I don't know if you saw that. It's not really good right now. I think I might head into the house. I don't know. It's kind of, I feel the cold air now again. I can hear a roar up in the atmosphere. I'm not sure what it is. It's hard to see out of this window. Whew. The wind is just really bearing down on us here. You see that bush out there? It was swirling around. Man, we still got strong winds. Whew. It seems a little calm. Well, can you hear that roaring? Man, I'm not sure what that is.
Really just a trail of damage. We saw sheet metal roofing, we saw ripped awnings, tree branches down. I saw a speed limit sign flattened right on the road, and you know, the dangerous trample.
And so we're gonna be able to watch it. You see the power went out and a bunch of power just came back on. Yeah, turn to the left, not zoom in. Let's turn to the left, please.
To the left.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, TOC. There's another power flash. So this is where we're seeing the rotation right now. This is where we're seeing the tornado warning, another power flash.
It could be a funnel cloud, some rotation. That wind is really whipping around though. I'm gonna get out and try to assess the situation, and I'm gonna make some adjustments to my my rain fly out there. Where it guys out, there's cinch lines. I'm gonna cinch it down a little bit.